Hey guys, Chunk here, and I'm recording my impression of Titanfall because I figured I should do this considering I got in on the beta, although I'm pretty sure most everybody who owns an Xbox One probably did, and all. And I figured I'd tell you what I thought. I haven't really addressed it in any of the Titanfall videos I have uploaded. And, yeah, I've spent a while after, the beta's ended just to think about the beta in whole and watch some other people's reviews of it and just see what they thought in general and then kind of improve what I think and all. This is going to be a little bit different than my normal video. I normally do updates like this to gameplay or stuff like that and all, but what I've been finding is that that will really just kind of affect the quality because I'll just end up commentating over the gameplay and all. It's just natural reflex. I end up shoutcasting myself pretty much. So this time it's a bit different, but in order to make it a bit more, bearable, I decided to put some smooth jazz in the background. So leave a like for jazz. So. But to the point, while playing Titanfall, I found the game was very well done, very polished, very smooth. They tried to do as much as they could to make sure it felt like everything you're doing felt like it was stuff you're meant to do, even when it wasn't completely something they were to, having in mind for you to be doing when they designed it. They've kind of laid the base work for us to take things our own way and play our own style. I mean, I was watching the gameplay of, Venom Blade and Roger Rabbit, the two guys I recorded with. You can find the videos of when I played with them up earlier. They're going to be episodes 3 through 5 of my Titanfall beta gameplay. But when I watched some of their content, one thing I noticed is Venom Blade, he wasn't using, the wall running and the jumping and all the verticality near as much as I was. And all, I was often, spending more time on rooftops than I was on the ground. And that's because I like to get up into the vantage point. I like to get to where I'm looking down on people and I can look over the area. And that's a good thing. It really is going to let people play their own way, and I love that. And all. The game, it handled perfectly, and it wasn't kind of a thing where people were instantly just dropping in their Titans as they got it. Some people would, and some people wouldn't. I'd find myself not dropping in until about 3 minutes after I get my Titan. And the reason for that being sometimes is just, it's a bit more fun to just be on the ground and all. I was just enjoying the living hell out of the parkour. It really kind of actually makes the game. I mean, the Titan gameplay is awesome. Okay, don't get me wrong. When my Titan is down, unlike other people, I don't leave it on auto Titan. I freaking get in there, and I love being inside the Titan. You feel like a god while you're inside there. Don't mean to offend anybody by saying that, but you kind of do. It's real nice. And actually, considering how long this is taking on, it's not gonna be just smooth jazz. I think I'm gonna put some classical music in. Get something in now. Go a bit longer as well to follow up this jazz because this is gonna take a bit. But it was really, the gameplay just felt natural. It felt right. It didn't feel forced at any time. And then I recorded 2 sessions of the beta, but I played a lot of it. I got to the max level in the beta and I was just loving it every second. The game was great. I ended up stopping playing the beta even before the final days of the beta and all, but the reason for that is I just didn't want to ruin it before the full game came out. I've seen it happen multiple times with games that have betas where I will play the beta so much that by the time the game comes out, I'll be kind of tired of it and I'll have enjoyed the beta more than I do the actual game just because I played the beta too much. And I did not want that to happen with Titanfall. It happened with Halo Reach, which I still enjoyed the living hell out of Halo Reach, unlike a fair number of people. I was gonna... man, losing my train of thought. But, in that I played the beta so much, I did enjoy the beta more than the game. And the reason for that is because I played the beta so much that by the time the game actually came out, it felt like I'd played it before. I had overplayed it, and that was just kind of what happened. But when I moved on and got to going over stuff again, I found I did enjoy the game. I enjoyed the Forge a hell of a lot, and stuff like that. But back to Titanfall. Enough about Halo Reach. Titanfall felt really good. When I was playing the game, the one thing that kept popping into my mind is I kind of started hoping for a campaign. Which, that game, I feel that they're just going to embrace the multiplayer way and, just not put in a campaign, which is smart, because people aren't playing these games for the campaign at all anymore. They're playing it for the multiplayer, which is understandable. But the thing is, as I was playing it, especially on the map, Angel City, I'd just be looking out at that city and I'd be like, I want to know more. I want to get deeper into the lore, into the world of this game, and all. And you might have been noticing music in the background because it was playing the music in the background. So yeah. Now it's gonna cut to classical music here sometime, or might be to another jazz, or I might just say screw it and throw some pop music in there or whatever. I don't know what music I'll put in there to keep it going, but yeah, I just kind of felt like I was wanting to see more of this universe they're creating. Which, if they don't have a campaign in the main game when it launches, one thing I kind of actually want to see is a DLC that does put in a campaign. A way to actually see this universe that they've created, this world, this dimension. I was watching the trailers and all this, and it shows this artwork of this giant, alien creature. And I'm just like, that'd be an awesome thing to, just have in a mission, during a campaign, to go around and maybe if it is hostile, fight it, or if it isn't hostile, maybe just end up fighting around it or on top of it. Having an incident where, maybe the IMC is trying to wipe it out and it's an endangered species and that's a militia, you gotta protect it. I don't know, I just want to see more. I want to get more involved with the universe they've created. It interested me, and I'm always interested in sci-fi stuff. I love sci-fi pretty much, just because it's just the realm of our imagination for the most part, and I love that. I don't know. Well, it's our scientific imagination. And that's kind of the only thing that I kept having want for during the beta. The gameplay, it was awesome. And as I got better, I actually noticed that in this game, whenever I played Call of Duty or games like that, I'd get better, decently, but then I'd always reach a point where I'd just stop getting better because I'd find these things that I found cheap in my mind to do, and I wouldn't want to do them, and truly it's just smart tactics, so I'd be just throwing away smart tactics in exchange for, my stubborn tactics, which aren't that great. And in Titanfall, I found myself kind of sticking to my tactics, but not with how I played the game. My tactics adjusted depending on how the game was going. If I was losing in the ground battle, I would call in my Titan, get in it for a bit, kind of, shake up my enemy so that I could get into the ground battle and start winning it. Or if I was, doing great in the ground battle, but I wasn't doing that great in the Titan battle, I just call my Titan in and leave it on Auto Titan, and what I do is, whenever my Auto Titan was being engaged by another Titan, I would help my Titan fight that enemy Titan, and all. And it was awesome. There were some things which it seemed like they did need to, affect the stats on and all. Like they had this electrical smoke thing for the Titans, and while I could see, why they wanted it to be a bit powerful and to kill people fast, it felt like it just killed him a teeny bit too fast. Like it needed to be slowed down a teeny bit to where you know, if you're rodeoing in Titan, you actually have time to jump off and get out of the smoke. And I was finding that you didn't. If they popped the smoke, you were dead. I mean, it was just a free, easy kill from jumping onto them, which I guess it's a way to kind of deter people from trying to rodeo Titans, but make it to where if they react fast enough, they can escape. I mean, that seemed like it, but the thing is, it was a beta, and that was really the only thing I found a problem with. The guns seemed pretty balanced and all. I enjoyed the burn card system. When I started actually using it, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty neat, you know, and I found myself, you know, well, I'd end up with a full deck because I'm always stingy about using the stuff that, you know, wears off, but, you know, that's just kind of how it was. And then, you know, I kept playing the game, and I didn't really get bored of it. I kept having fun constantly. Like I said, the reason why I stopped playing is because, well, one, I'd reached the maximum level potential for the game, which I hope they have some kind of system like the Call of Duty Prestige system, so that instant doesn't happen for a long time. I mean, because I have never maxed Prestige on any of the Call of Duties. I mean, I've usually gotten to second or third. I haven't played Ghost, so I'm not even 0 Prestige, because I said fuck Call of Duty by Infinity Ward, you know, with Modern Warfare 3. I did not like Modern Warfare 3 too much. I view it as an overpriced DLC in hindsight. I might have felt a bit different while playing it, but, you know, now there's no question how I feel about it. Treyarch, I wasn't as impressed with Black Ops 2 as I felt I could have been in hindsight. The multiplayer was, you know, it held up to expectations, and the campaign, I actually enjoyed the campaign. It gave you more choices than most of the other Call of Duty campaigns had, and I enjoyed it. You know, it was interesting to go back on that story in Black Ops and meet some of the characters and see where their life went after those incidents and all. You know, see that they moved on from their life in the CIA, even though it hadn't moved on from them. But yeah, that's kind of my impression on that. But I'm sorry if I'm talking about Call of Duty during a Titanfall video. It just is, you know, Titanfall, it kind of is like, it deserves to kill Call of Duty. Because when you play it, the gunplay, it feels really similar to Modern Warfare 2, which Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite Call of Duty of all time. I'm going to say that. I don't know. Yeah, it felt really similar, as well as, you know, the match pace and all. It felt pretty similar, although it just got insanely fast-paced at certain points, which was awesome, but also, it had those points where it's slow-paced. With the latest Call of Duties, or any first-person shooter lately, really, my biggest problem has been that it's gotten to the point where it's just fast-paced after 5 seconds in the game, and it's just like, I don't like that. I like it to go slow for a bit, and then pick up as it goes on, in which, in Titanfall, they've captured that. They've got it exactly as I would like it. I mean, instead of it being, boom, starts off immediate action, you know, it starts off, gets going, you know, it's a bit slow to jump into the action. It's not, you know, usually you don't hit the action until, you know, 10 to 15 seconds in, if that. And then it picks up, you know, gets pretty fast paced on the ground. You know, stays like that for about 2 minutes and all. And then after 2 minutes, people start getting their Titans in. And that is when the action just explodes. And it's just fast-paced, you know, you're just jumping from building to building, shooting people, firing off your rocket, blowing up Titans, jumping on a Titan, blowing up the Titan from shooting its brain, dropping in your Titan, blowing away 30 people, you know, most of them are grunts and minions, you know, you're shooting pilots, you're just moving from side to side, stepping on this guy, running up, meleeing an enemy Titan and pulling the pilot out of it and then throwing him away. You're running around just doing this amazing stuff, shooting out rockets. You eject out of your Titan as it explodes, fall onto an enemy Titan, rodeo it, start shooting him. He gets out of his Titan to go shoot you. You jump off, shoot him. it just keeps going, and you keep bouncing around and back and forth, and you keep moving, and the game pace just gets amazing and insane, and you just love it. It gets to the point where your hands start shaking after you're done playing a match, just because it's so fast paced that you're always ready to make your next move. You gotta think on your feet, and that's what was awesome. I'm gonna tell you right now, Titanfall might be my game of the year for this. This year looks to be pretty good for games for me. We got Watch Dogs, a game I have been looking at for a long time, and I am ready to play. And then we got The Crew. These aren't confirmed to be coming out this year, but soon they will be. And they're all games I want to play. Titanfall, though, right now, from that beta, it's on the top of my list. I'm planning to get it day one. I'm probably going to try and get together with Rabbit and Venom and try and record a, session with them day one and get it going. Just because I enjoyed the game. It's something that I haven't experienced completely in a game for actually quite a while. Grand Theft Auto 5 was great, but the thing is, I love the story and I love the immersiveness, the world they created. This is a game where I want to see more of the world, but that's not what I'm playing it for. That's just a bonus I want. I just want that as a bonus. That's, icing on the cake, pretty much. The gameplay is all you need, really. The map design, it takes me back to when I actually played Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, I love the map designs. I didn't get any of the DLC, I'm going to tell you that. I didn't really go that far into it, but the basic maps you got, I enjoyed them. You had Wasteland, Terminal, all these. Those are just a couple of my favorites. You had all of these maps. Favela, I even enjoyed Favela. And they were great. Why? Because, first of all, you didn't have to be quick-scoping with a sniper rifle in order to do good with a sniper rifle. You could go long range. And it wouldn't be the type of long range where you could actually be beaten by the guy who's using an SMG. It'd be the type of long range where the only way someone's actually going to be a threat to you is if they have a sniper rifle themselves, or if they get really lucky with an assault rifle. And that's one thing I liked about that. And in this game, some of the map points, they're at a point where they are kind of like that. But the thing is, the sniper's not going to have the entire advantage. Why? Because of the parkour. The parkour will allow you to close the distance insanely fast and stay erratic and keep moving around to where they have trouble shooting you. I'm almost running out of space to record this. It just is. I am so excited for it. I loved the beta, and I will love the game, I'm sure. And if you're on the ropes, if you have an Xbox One and you're not planning on getting it, I'd suggest it. And if that's not good enough for you, find someone who is gonna get it and go play it. Just go over to some friend's house or have him bring it over and play it. I'm confident that game will change your mind about it. It's able to speak for itself. You're gonna have to give me a second and all while I extend some stuff and all, because I'm running out of preset footage stuff for this commentary talking about how the game is. So I'll be back in a couple of seconds and all. Alright? Okay, now that that's dealt with, yeah, I'm ready to move on. But, like I said with the game, I'd recommend it. So that's pretty much it for talking about Titanfall. It is a great game, and I'd recommend it. The beta, this is just an early projection for the game. This is what I'm thinking it'll be. And I'm rating this on my category of FPSs and all, not on the category of all other games and all. Like, I hold games in different categories. There's RPGs, MMOs, just depends on what they are. And this, I'm gonna hold it to about I'm gonna say a 9.3 out of 10. I don't see it disappointing me. you know, once they add in all the extra stuff, all the extra weapons, you know, Titan customizations, you know, make it to where you can deal with all this stuff, all these extra level ups, I am sure that it will provide hours upon hours of entertainment, you know. But yeah, that's kind of it for Titanfall talk. Now I'm going to move on to some of the other stuff. If you're here to listen to my opinion of Titanfall, you can go ahead and leave. I know I just wasted probably 20 and a half minutes of your time just looking at a blank screen. Just set up and play a game in the background and all, but you know, now I'm going to get to talking about stuff about my channel. With my channel, you know, talking about, I recently got partnership with N4G TV, so you know, got some stuff into that. I will plan on doing more recording sessions of Rabbit and Venom, because that was fun. I just gotta get to where I'm showing up on time and getting into those recording sessions. There will probably be some GTA Online popping up, you know, lots of stuff. I had a lot of fun recording with them before. We'll see how we'll do it. They record most of the time using Party Chat, which I'm kind of a Skype person anymore and all. They use the Party Chat on Xbox. I'll see if I can find a good way to record with it, because you might remember my stuff with the Holy Brute, where in that we were using Party Chat, and it just, the audio never turned out to my liking and all. I just didn't quite ever like it, and I might, well, when I was watching the Rabbits video, he was talking about having troubles with Skype, and he might have to move to Party Chat to see if he can fix it. And which that's kind of a thing where it's just a difference in how we do things. I always do live commentaries. This isn't even post commentary right now. This is just a picture that's up. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see how we can get stuff together and all. But yeah, that's it for that. As well, this picture you might have noticed is the thumbnail for my Titanfall videos and all. And you know, I stopped using thumbnails for a while because I wasn't seeing anything real big going on with them and that they're having an effect. But I figured now that I'm partnered, I probably should return to using thumbnails. And I was wondering if this setup would be nice for thumbnails, because I did put a bit more work into my this thumbnail than I do on most. But the thing is, if I'm with how I did this thumbnail, since it required a bit more work, I'm not going to make every video's thumbnail personalized. Mainly because I'm a kind of person who uploads a video a day. And I've been doing that actually pretty steady for the past couple of weeks. You know, I'll have a day where I don't upload anything or something like that. And the thing is, considering the type of gameplay stuff I do, you know, if I went for a custom thumbnail of everything, I'd spend a lot more time doing thumbnails than I really would want. And I just lose the want to go ahead and do thumbnails. Or I could go do what I did, where I did number everyone and it was just a small change for every thumbnail, but it was just felt like I wasn't doing any work, and the thumbnails just didn't turn out that special there. This, I feel that the thumbnails are a bit more personal, you know, and I feel they're a bit better. And also I'm trying to work in my Minecraft skin as kind of my channel mascot with them, because, you know, kind of want to get a channel mascot going, so I have a face that people can know me by until I finally decide to reveal my face. I know. Right now I'm just going to be the man behind the mic. Which mic? You'll never know. Mike Lowry. Okay. Yeah. But that's about it for that. I also put up a new channel background. I put quite a bit of work into that and all as well, and I think it turned out pretty decent. Just trying to see, you know, how people respond to this stuff, because I want to get all the aesthetic stuff with my channel going good, and then I'm gonna just focus on getting my videos to perfect and all. And which the main thing why I'm not gonna do that immediately is because that's gonna be a long-term ongoing thing, and it's gonna take a lot of work. So I don't want to just focus on that and have people be, you know, driven away by the fact that my channel doesn't look that great, you know, because then it's all a lot of hard work for nothing, and I just hate I hate doing a lot of hard work for nothing. Because I won't even get a good story out of that, but enough of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. As far as gameplay, Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be coming here soon. I just have to get to recording it. I'm looking at ways to try and do the recording so I can get all this stuff in. Mountain Blade, we're gonna return sometime. It's gonna be a thing where I'm not gonna upload too often, so don't expect it for maybe a week, maybe even longer. Just because, like I said, the game, I overplayed it, and I'm waiting until it gets to the point where I'm ready to play it again. And that might not be for a while, but yeah. You guys have heard this story 1,000 times. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the update video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me. This is basically just a podcast and all. But yeah, and that's about it for it. You know, I'll play some classical music in the background and all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Bye.